Hey groupers! Well, I'm just hiding here behind this rock. It seems like the safest place to be on this subject of submission. So probably where I'll be on Sunday after the message. You could just come find me out here hiding behind this rock. Let's start with what I think is the safest answer for this entire Bible study. And normally maybe you don't participate in the icebreaker, but just a little hint. If you want to share now, this is the best chance for you to share in this Bible study and probably not get in trouble. So on Sunday, I talked about how we must understand something before trying to understand its rules. And so I talked about driving cars, like we need to understand how a car works before we understand the rules of the road. Or trying to remember when we had our first smartphones and just how does the smartphone work before understanding the rules of the smartphone, and even just being pet owners. So this is your chance, safest time for you to share. You can talk now and never have to talk in the rest of the group and be in trouble. Can you think of other examples where understanding something is important before you understand the rules? Well, first question, what is the difference between the biblical understanding of what submission is and what our society's understanding of submission is? What's the difference between the Bible's understanding of submission and society's? And what's similar? Now, verse 21 is the safest text in this passage, I hope. What does it look like for husbands and wives to submit to each other? What does a marriage look like where husbands and wives submit to each other? Now, it's inevitable, but we had to get to verse 22. If you're a wife, when do you find it the hardest to submit? Why? How does reflecting on Christ in the Garden of Gethsemane help enable you to submit willingly rather than grudgingly? Verse 33. If you're a wife, do you think that you should only talk to others about your husband in a positive, loyal way? Or is it okay to talk negatively about your husband to other people? Well, now I'm excited to get on the other foot. How is the Bible's view of leadership different than our society's view of leadership? What is similar between the Bible's view of servant leadership and our society's view of leadership? Verse 25. If you are a husband, in what ways are you leading your wife in a Christ-like manner? If you are a husband, in what ways could you be more like Christ in leading your wife? Well, finally, the application. We got through this. Remember, I'll be hiding behind this rock on Sunday. Submitting and loving are the best path for marriage. Remember that submitting and loving fosters agreement rather than struggle. Submitting and loving is more attractive to our spouses. And submitting and loving is blessed by God. Well, I hope that you have a good group, and tonight in your home, you're not at war with your spouse. God bless. Bye-bye.